It's across the board on your stimulus, as Joe Biden says he will not forgive $50,000 of student loan debt forgiveness, but he'll forgive $10,000. And this is great news for SSI and SSDI, as Elizabeth Warren and Chuck Schumer, who were behind the original bill for SSI and SSDI, said that they will continue to push the president to go bigger and bolder on student loan debt forgiveness. They could do the same thing for the $200 a month for SSI and SSDI. In this recording, I have the big updates across the board and why the consumer price index, why the consumer spending in the month of January, why the interest rates, and why the current inflation fears may ripple across Wall Street all the way to Capitol Hill. I have all those details and more in a big midday recording of Home LA, from Wall Street to Main Street, from my home to your home. Thank you for joining me on an exterior recording of Home LA. We're back outside as LA prepares for the debut of the new program and the new channel, LL8. You're going to be very excited what's happening. The build-out's underway, and I'm very excited for you to see what's about to in store. So make sure you hit the subscribe button. Subscribe because no one's keeping you more up to date, more informed, more accurate, and more ready to pounce as a Purple Hawk than this channel. From Wall Street to Main Street, from my home to your home, the most comprehensive business channel there is, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm next live with you at 3:30 Pacific Standard Time, actually taped, with Check, followed by another Check taped recording of Third Stimulus. And then I'm back live with you with What the Chuck. You're going to see a lot of different things happening over the next few days in advance of the highly anticipated new LL8. Meantime, if you're not like this video, consider liking the video. It helps in the algorithm rankings. And if you've not considered becoming a member, consider becoming a member. You get alerts to when video goes live now, because what I'm doing is I'm sending alerts to members so you don't miss an entire alert. Let me recap what's going on. On YouTube, you can only send 3 alerts per day to non-members, but for members, I can send alerts around the clock. So I'll send you an alert as soon as a video goes live so you don't miss a video. It seemed to have made a big impact across the board. Also, I'll be answering some of your questions at the 20-minute mark today. And also, I'll have new PDFs for you as well. The big news as you sit here this afternoon is that Elizabeth Warren and Chuck Schumer will not roll over when it comes to stimulus. And that could signal big relief for you for SSI and SSDI and Social Security and rural benefits. Why? Let's explain. Elizabeth Warren and Chuck Schumer are the 2 individuals in 2020 who in March of last year wrote the bill that everyone has been talking about. Hey, Donna, thank you for the the lemon. I love it. Thank you for the lemon. They wrote the bill that everyone's talking about, the $200 a month on existing benefits, plus the step up of increase, plus the new benchmark. You've been talking about it for a while. I've been talking about it for a while. The person who has not been talking about is the president. Well, today, Elizabeth Warren and Chuck Schumer said, I don't care if the president's not talking about student loan debt forgiveness. We're going to push him for it. And they could push it for him as well on this issue of adult benefits. Understand that in March, and the bill is ostensibly ready to go. All they got to do is change the date, introduce it to the Senate again. A bill can start in the Senate, can start in the House. If it starts in the Senate, it goes to the House. There's no indication that Nancy Pelosi would not support this. This is a nonpartisan issue, SSI and SSDI. And then it'll go back to the Senate and then off to the president to be signed. How quickly? They can get this done in 3 days. They can get this done in 3 days. So ultimately, the push is underway for the viewers of this channel. I'm not freezing. I'm totally fine. I'm outside. It's about 70 degrees here in Los Angeles today. It's warming up. The skies are beautiful. It is a nice day out here. The wind is actually not picked up yet. Let's hope for that because this is a temporary recording out here. But we'll make do. Ultimately, they can get this done, and that's the great news. Let's cut back to Wall Street. There was some breaking news today about your stimulus, and that breaking news was the Federal Reserve's minutes from their January 2020 meeting were revealed. And that minutes show that they are not concerned about inflation. Thank goodness. They're not concerned about raising rates. Thank goodness. They're not going to end buybacks. Thank goodness. They're not changing policies. Thank goodness. Can I come and stay with you, Ellen? Come on over. Be a co-host with me. Come on over and stay with me. Just bring some bacon, okay? So what does that mean? What's important to understand when we're talking about stimulus, when we're talking about Wall Street, when we're talking about financial relief, when we're talking about the economy, you want to see that the Federal Reserve has you in mind. You want to see that the Federal Reserve is not changing approach or policy based upon one number one day or one number the other day. That's what you want to look at. And what is the Federal Reserve's position in stimulus checks? What is their position? Lots of stimulus checks. Keep on giving those stimulus checks. You can keep on spending and spending and spending. We have not spent enough. Okay, so when data comes in from Wall Street, like this morning, more about that in a second, that's really, really good, favorable economic data. Does it make economists get worried? Yes. Does it make the Federal Reserve get worried? No. The Federal Reserve says, we're not changing policy. We aren't changing anything because we're far, far away from rebounding. They look at unemployment numbers. Today's Wednesday. Guess what tomorrow is? Today's Wednesday. Guess what tomorrow is? Saturday? No, it's Thursday. Tomorrow's Thursday. And tomorrow, at shortly before sunrise, we see the new unemployment numbers, and they're going to be over 700,000. They'll be 700, 800, 750. That's not going to cut it for the Federal Reserve. They're going to say, hey, we still got to keep our path. We are not going to raise interest rates, stop worrying about inflation, and stay calm. While it's 70 degrees out here in Los Angeles, the skies are absolutely painted blue. I mean, you could not. Hey, Robert, thank you for the dancing bear. I really appreciate it. I can't dance as much in this chair, but here I am dancing the dancing bear. With the 70 degrees weather outside, I hope this recording's warming you up. I hope the recording's warming you up. But in the Midwest, the numbers are just not good. Outages. Outages continue. 4 million people without power in Texas, in Dallas 2 days ago. 4 million yesterday. 3 million today. 800 new outages reported daily. The situation's going from bad to worse. The federal government has set in an emergency order, but that situation is not improving. Whether it's oil wells or refineries, they've all gone offline. As some of them have started to come back on, but this is a concern. Morris Greenberg, senior manager, S&P Global Plants Analytics, says there's a significant amount of capacity offline. This will actually impact your stimulus, believe it or not. This will actually impact your stimulus. Outages that are prolonged, natural emergencies, all that stuff impacts your stimulus. So let's get back to stimulus with 7 minutes on the clock. How much you getting? Am I in Texas? No, I'm in California. I wish I was there with you guys, LA. Well, thank you. I'm wearing green, so hopefully I don't blend in with the background. If I look like a big bush, I look like a hedge, then just sort of look around here. You can see me here. Uh, you're going to get a $1,400 stimulus check. Hey, R.S. Finley, how are you? Welcome to Becoming a Purple Hawk. Everyone welcome Finley to the family. You're going to get a $1,400 stimulus check. Individual, $1,400 child, $1,400 adult dependents, $1,400 married couple times two. Very simple. Then, if you're a child age 1 to 5, you're going to get $3,600. Age 6 to 17, $3,000. College student, $1,700. Business owner, $5,000. What else? Essential worker who made less than $25,000, $1,500 plus 14. Hey, Wyatt, was that Wyatt? I couldn't see that. Let me see if that can tell me someone. Yes, it was Wyatt. Everyone welcome Wyatt to the family. Everyone welcome Wyatt to the family. You've been in the hospital? Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope you're okay. I couldn't see who that was. So welcome Wyatt to the family. How are you? The stimulus check amounts you see, you're going to get $1,400 plus something. So let's go over those pluses again. Let's go from the back to the forward. The business owner, you're going to get a $5,000 EIDL grant, at least. That plus more. Someone said, I'm part of the new crew. Can you drop your name again? I'll give you a shout out. I missed who it was. And welcome to the new members, says Brenda. Amen. Welcome to the new members. The businesses, you're going to get $5,000 for the EIDL grant plus your $1,400 stimulus check. Then let's move forward. You can also get PPP now. You can get a PPP grant now under the second stimulus. So don't wait for third stimulus. But there's another round of PPP in the third stimulus as well. Next, your essential worker. You will get hazard pay. I don't want to leave that out. If I don't mention hazard pay for a blink, they're like, oh my God. Honey, he hasn't mentioned hazard pay for 10 seconds. Honey, hazard pay is dead. Don't say it's dead. Yes, I saw the obituary. Hazard pay is dead. It appeared in the San Francisco paper. It's dead. It ate $12 ice cream and just died. No, hazard pay is not dead. So understand, if I don't mention hazard pay for 10 seconds, it's not dead. Uh, hazard pay, you're gonna get $1,400 plus $1,500 for essential work if you made less than $25,000. And but that is that earned income tax credit. I don't. It's not. It's not the written right. It should be money now. You shouldn't have to wait till it next year. That's item number one. Number two, I have a lot of essential workers who make more than 25,000, so they will get excluded for this. So you want the normal hazard pay. How about hazard pay? What do we know about hazard pay? Tune in every night at 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 1 a.m. for hazard pay on this channel, because that is a big show, a lot of fun, and you're owed hazard pay. And ultimately, boy, since April 25th, I have recorded a hazard pay video every day since about, I think, May to the current day, every single day. Oh, by the way, we are at 29 million views, approaching 30 million. Please watch videos. Please keep on watching videos. Tell your friends. Share these videos on Facebook. We want to get to 30 million views by the end of this month. We're a few days away. Let's do it. It's a YouTube record. It's a broadcasting record. No one's ever done 100 million views, so let's do it. Next, let's cut back to the other people as the wind picks up. Oh, it's a beautiful one, so long as I don't blow away. The children. Oh, let's do the college student. College student, $1,700 financial aid plus $1,400. We don't know if that's a grant or if it's financial aid. We don't know yet. Then let's go forward to the children. The children. Children going hungry? No, they're going to be children getting Jordans. Children going hungry? No, the children getting Jordans. They're going to get $5,000 or $4,000 plus dollars per child. 5-year-olds to 1-year-olds will get $5,000 stimulus checks. Yes. And then 17 to 6 will get $3,000 plus $1,400. How would this get paid? Let me explain this. So the stimulus check, $1,400, comes when the bill is passed. Then the child tax credit will be paid starting the month of July, $300 or $250 every month for 12 months. Very simple. So you get those checks every single month. If you're a father of 7, congratulations. You've had a very robust love life. You've had a very robust love life. If you have 7 kids under the age of 5, wow, congratulations to you, sir. But for that, you're going to get $35,000. I can't say it with a straight face, but hey, you've had a robust love life, and what do you get? $35,000 for it. So there you go. I think there's something written when you enter the Senate Capitol Hill. It says, "Thou shalt pay $35,000 to people who have a lot of loving going on in their lives." 7 kids under age 5. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. I need 7 kids. Anyone who I see all the comments. Everyone's like, "Can I borrow someone's kids? Just for one tax year? Can I borrow a couple kids? It's And then I get all the comments. I hear them all. You see them all. We're together on this. But. Octomom, yes, Octomom will clean up, but not this year because I think her kids are too old at this point. But the new Octomoms, yeah, I mean, you'll either get the stimulus check first or the reality TV show offer. I don't know what'll come first. The stimulus checks of $35,000 or the reality TV show offer. One of those things will come first to you. It's like, honey, we got $35,000. Yeah, but do we get the reality TV show yet? Me plus 7 plus Nate. Me and Nate plus 8. It's I just sense it coming. Me and 8 plus 8. Me and Brait plus. They always rhyme. These shows always rhyme. There's always a rhyme about them. The day started with 14. Oh, let me give you the big update where we are at the 15-minute mark. The 15-minute mark, the big update is that Joe Biden says he is not going to do $50,000 student loan debt forgiveness. This is really surprising. It's surprising a lot of reasons because one, he's saying, my fellow Democrats, bye bye, I'm not doing that. Bye bye, I'm not doing that. And he had hinted he was not going to do this before. He said this once before, then they came back, they introduced the bill. Then he said, stop doing it. I'm not doing $50,000, Chuck and Elizabeth. I told you that, Chuck and Liz. I'm not doing 50,000. Well, I really think you should do it. And today he said, I'm not doing it. Yesterday he said, I'm not doing it. I'll do $10,000. So what was the responses? We're going to keep on pushing him. Wow. I like this in about 1,000 reasons. There's 1,000 reasons why I like this. One, it shows that no one's going to roll over for any president anymore. It means if you don't like what the president's saying, you push back and say, no, I think you should do 50,000. I'm not going to just sort of say, yes, Mr. President, your holy divine despot. No, they're not going to do that anymore. They're going to say, I want more stimulus. Who does it sound like? It sounds exactly like Ron Wyden. It sounds exactly like Ron Wyden, the senator in the Senate, who says, you know what? Where did Joe Biden wake up one day and say that we're supposed to rubber stamp everything that he gives to us? He's a former senator. And he knows that's not how it works. I understand he's president now, but we don't rubber stamp whatever the president's given to us. We are elected officials, and we have a right to have our opinion on situation. This is huge. This is huge because suddenly now people can step up and say, no, no. Now, you and I know Nancy and the House. Nancy and the House are like a flock of sheep. They're like alpacas at the cowcedo. Like they go right to the front lawn. They start eating the lawn. They're like alpacas. It's like, oh, there's a front lawn. Let's eat that front lawn. And they don't really think, those House representatives. They just don't. Whether it's Democrats or Republicans, they don't think. They just do the same thing as what someone tells them. The Senate, they don't do that. The Senate, they really have a mind of their own. They have a spine. They actually have a spine in the Senate. And whether it's Bernie Sanders, who last year said no, or Elizabeth Warren and Chuck Schumer today said no. And they actually said, Elizabeth Warren and Chuck Schumer said, I heard the president doesn't want to do $50,000. We're going to push him again. So this is the third time. They met once before January. He said no. Then they introduced the bill. He said no. Now they're doing it again. They're literally like on his tail. I love it. I adore it. This is what I want. I want people to push people. I don't want people to roll over. I don't roll over. Do you roll over? Say on the screen if you don't roll over. I don't roll over. If you agree with me, I don't roll over for stimulus. You want bigger, but I don't roll over. I want to hear from you if that's what you agree with me, because this is how people should be. I don't roll over. We should be pushing bigger and faster. I don't roll over, says Alicia. I don't roll over, says Brother Joshua. Sanya says it. Brenda, Tina, Black Jelly. Sorry, my cat's calling me. Brenda, Gail, Terry, Tammy, Angel. No, so we don't roll over. Absolutely, I don't roll over. I don't roll over. Amber, I don't roll over. So I love this. I love this where people in the same party are saying, no, this is wrong. No, this is wrong. And now we have 5 Democrats in 3 days saying they're not going to roll over some stuff. We have Elizabeth, we have Chuck, we have Ron, we have Manchin, and then we have a female Democrat in the Senate. We have 5 people saying, we're not rolling over, and we're not doing it, this is wrong, and you got to do it a different way. I love it. So what does this mean? It means that if you want stuff, you don't roll over. You go on social media, you take this video, share it on Facebook, you share it on Twitter, you call Elizabeth Warren's office, you call Chuck Schumer's office, you say, you know what? I adore you. I adore that March 2020 bill for SSI and SSDI. I think you should do it. I think you should introduce it. Don't roll over. I don't roll over, says King Reno. Amen. I don't roll over. Hashtag I don't roll over. That's not to say we don't dislike a person personally. We just don't like this number. We don't like this number. And if I don't like the number, I'm going to keep on pushing till I think I'm blue in the face. And that's a long time from now. You're going to keep on pushing. My dog doesn't even roll over, says Renee. My dog doesn't even roll over, says Renee. Um, if you did not watch the weekend broadcast, Ron Wyden, Democrat out of Oregon, said no, FPUC is totally wrong. The FPUC in this third stimulus package is totally incorrect. It's incorrect how it's done. It's incorrect for the amount. PUA and UI are also incorrect. Wyden's statements are so important because it shows that someone understands the process is not working. He understands that unemployment by August, as predicted by Jerome Powell, head of the Federal Reserve, as predicted by Janet Yellen, head of the Treasury, will not be good. It may be better, but it won't be good. We're currently at 750. Tomorrow we see the new number. What are we going to be in August? If we have 60% vaccination, 80% vaccination in July, what are we going to be? Just because we're vaccinated doesn't mean there's jobs for us. That's a big, big issue. 1,000 people in the room. Thank you. Just because we're vaccinated doesn't mean there's jobs for us to go to. It means we can go in a department store and stay in the department store, and it means maybe we can go inside a restaurant and stay inside the restaurant and eat, but it doesn't mean there's a job for us. If there's no job for us, well, then we're still unemployed. And if we're still unemployed, we need UI, PUA, and FPUC. I have viewers every day say, LA, my benefits are expiring in March. What's going to happen? I said, don't worry. They're going to be extended to August. But I don't like even saying August because that makes people worried. Well, wait a second. That's just a few more months. I may not find, that means I have to find a job between March and August. I may not find a job between March and August. And there you go. Ron Wyden says FPUC, UI, PUA should not be expiring in August. It should be tied to economic factors. Amen. It should be tied to economic factors. With 22 minutes on the clock, let me answer some of your questions that are on the screen. Robert, I'm an old dog and I won't learn that trick. I don't roll over. Thank you, Robert. You're never too old to learn new stuff, but I really love that comment. Thank you, Robert. I don't like any of them in the White House. Well, remember, it's the Congress that writes your bills. So you only have to like two people. Actually, you only have to like one person. Get that congressman that is in the House that you have, or that senator you have. You got three people that represent you, two senators and one House member. You only have to like one of them. Get one of them that you like. And what about SSI and Ssdi? That was the whole start of this recording, that we don't roll over. Is there rent still in the bill? There is rent in the bill. There's rent for low income, middle class, and also for homelessness, and there's also mortgage money for private mortgages and other mortgages. But if you need help for rent right now, reach out to the volunteers. Don't wait. They're in the description of this video. They're at the top of the chat at the community page, community, and they will help you. What I said about SSI early in this video is that it's not in there, but today Elizabeth Warren and Chuck Schumer said that they're not going to roll over. And they are the single biggest voice for you for SSI and Ssdi. They wrote the bill last year. And today they were ambushed by the president saying, for the third time, I'm not doing $50,000 student loan debt forgiveness. They've tried 3 times with him, and now he said again, I'm not doing it. So they said, you know what? I'm not rolling over. So what I want you to do for SSI and Ssdi is get them to not roll over for you as well. This is the real opportunity where elected officials who are in the same party, the Democrats, are saying they will step up. What about utilities assistance? Yes, volunteers can get you utilities assistance right now. So don't wait for the third stimulus package to pass. Reach out to the volunteers right now. I missed someone's super chat just a second ago. I really hate when I do that. Good. Oh, it was Adam. I don't roll over, but I'll surprise on your lawn. Oh, that's hysterical. What other questions you got at the 24-minute mark? I'll leave a surprise. Wi-Fi. Yes, Wi-Fi is in the second stimulus. We have not found it. reach out to the volunteers. They may help find it. Kentucky opened rent assistance. Oh, good. Uh, Student loan debt forgiveness gone. No, the bill is there in the Senate. Thus, the president said, "I'm not going to do it by executive order," and Chuck and Liz said, "Well, tough luck. We're not getting rid of the bill." The president said he'll do $10,000, not $50,000. Hey, Anthony. Thank you for coming to Purple Hawk. Everyone, welcome Anthony to the room. How are you? Welcome to the family. 1,100 people in the room and 500 likes. Let's get those likes up and welcome Anthony to the family. The big news earlier today, is there anything in the bill for stay at home because of COVID? Yes, that is paid sick leave. Paige and Sonia, everyone welcome Paige to the family. And Sonia, thank you for the super chat. Yes, that's paid sick leave. If you have to stay at home because you have COVID from work, you can get up to $1,400 a week. $1,400 based upon a $73,000 annual salary. If it's less than 73, you just reduce it. It's really, really helpful. Now, there's certain items we don't know about it. What if you're a solo practitioner? How do we apply for the student loan debt forgiveness? Nothing is law yet. Will Biden refuse to sign? That was a great question. What happens if Biden refuses to sign and he doesn't agree with the changes? Okay, so that's just sort of a procedural question. There's a thing called a veto and a veto override. If they have enough votes to veto override and he vetoes it, then they can override the veto. I don't know if he's going to do that, though. Do you see the stimulus being done in Illinois? I have not seen Illinois stimulus. 600 likes and 1,200 in the room. Let's get to 1,500 in the room and 1,000 likes. Ellen, I'm having phone problems. I'm losing my Wi-Fi connection. Oh, don't worry, Sandy. I can see you fine. Anywhere on hazard pay? No word on hazard pay. Alicia, does SSI have to file a return? I'm confused. Oh, great question. Thank you for Alicia for that question, because that was the thing I wanted to go over. That's something I did not cover in this video, but I covered earlier today. So, IRS this morning said that if you are missing a first or second stimulus check, what if you have to stay home because you're same thing for paid sick leave? If your husband's sick and you have to stay home, covered as well. IRS earlier today said that if you did not get your first or second stimulus check, go to irs.gov and look for the free file program. It'll help you file a 2020 tax return. If you're on SSI, Ssdi, Social Security, Railroad benefits, or you don't make a lot of money, you don't have to file a tax return, but you're still allowed to file a tax return. It's a big difference. You don't have to file a tax return, but you still can file a tax return. And they want you to use this online form that's free. It's called the Free File Program. And to file it to get any of the first or second missing stimulus check. And there you are with 28 minutes on the clock. The non-filer filing will not help you. The non-filer filing will not get you the missing stimulus check. This is the path to get the stimulus check. Unless you did the non-filer filing before and they found where you are and they got you the stimulus check. But if you have not gotten the stimulus check, either first or second, there is no non-filer filing that will fix you. No filer filing fix. If you did before and you got your checks, you're good. You're good. You're totally good. What if I'm not good with paper checks? I don't understand that question. I don't understand what that means. With 30 minutes on the clock, let me give you the big updates. The big updates, as you are this afternoon, is that the third stimulus package is really heating up. Now with the standalone bill of student loan debt forgiveness being summarily rejected. Hey, Laura, thank you for becoming a Purple Hawk. Everyone welcome Laura to the family. 1,200 people in the room and 1,000 likes. Let's get to 1,500 and 1,000 likes. The big update with start the afternoon on home is that Joe Biden summarily rejected Elizabeth Warren and Chuck Schumer's $50,000 student loan debt forgiveness bill, saying he'll do $10,000. But their response is they're not going to let him get away with it, which I just love. Chuck Schumer and and Elizabeth Warren say, no, we're not going to, no, we're not going to roll over. We're not going to roll over. They pressed him they pressed him in December. He said no. They pressed him in January and met him in the White House. He said no. And today and yesterday he said no, no. And they said, guess what? We're not rolling over. This is incredible great news for SSI and SSDI because they wrote the bill for that as well. You should roll over either. You should not roll over for FPUC. You should not roll over for the stimulus check. You should not roll over for SSI and SSDI. You shouldn't roll over for anything, whether it's EIDL grants or rent or paid sick leave or anything. Because now 5 Democrats have told the president they're not rolling over on items in the third stimulus package. It doesn't mean the bill's not going to get passed. It means that they're going to go bigger and bolder. And they may have to, as economic data keeps on going here and there. I'll have more for you this afternoon. Afternoon's LA, but if you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Also, like this video. It helps in the algorithm rankings a lot. The more you like the video across the board. And if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. Purple Power, Purple Hawk, or Calcino VIP. Stay informed, stay focused. I'll see you at 3:30 Pacific Standard Time. If you're a member, I'll send you an alert right before the videos go live. I'll send everyone an alert as well, so you get alert that we're going live. Does hazard pay apply to a person who is laid off after the new year? Hazard pay would pay even if you're laid off. It doesn't matter if you are employed or still unemployed. As with that, stay informed, stay focused, and stay LA for more.